It's me, Breon, and I'm back, and better than ever. So previously, on my last video, I went through it. I told you about someone that I was really feeling who broke it off with me. Now, technically, it wasn't really like a breakup because we were not in a committed relationship. We were just getting to know each other and we were working on building something. And then all of a sudden, a month and a half in, and you already cutting the plugs without any type of forms of communication. So it just felt like a big slap in my face because I'm just like, man, I thought we, at least got to a point. It wasn't even the fact that you're breaking it off with me. That's not the issue. The issue is you didn't feel like I was worthy enough to pick up the phone and say this or meet in person to say this. You just already gave us an ultimatum. And then you just expected me to just be like, okay, yeah, we can be friends, and just erase all the history that we built. It was confusing. What was even more confusing is that probably a week prior to that, we actually had a sit down talk, and I put him on the spot to tell me exactly how you feel about me. And it was the complete opposite of what he told me the other day. So I digress, and that's okay. That's cool. It's great. I just want you to know that I have gotten out of my depression funk, my mini depression, which lasted for a couple of days. When I tell you I went through it, I went through it. Wow. Which leads me to wanting to say what I'm going to say next. Here's my thing that I've always realized about myself, and what I want to say. I feel you don't really know what you're made of until you face challenges in your life. Because we can walk around, we can parade around saying that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm great, I'm strong, I'm independent, I'm resilient. And then the moment something happens and then you crumble, that really shows you who you truly are in that moment. And what this situation has taught me is that I still battle with a lot of insecurities. I do. A lot. Because it's like that person can do no wrong. And I look at myself inwardly and try to find out every little bit or every little detail about myself that I feel like it's wrong or could be a reason why this situation could not work. It's like I automatically go inwardly to myself, knowing good and well that I showed this person nothing but the best respect. I showed them that they mattered, that they care. I was very nice. I was very kind. I didn't have any motives, any objectives, none of that stuff. Even though there were some things about them that, were kind of questionable, it was more like on a surface level type of questionable. It wasn't something such a red flag that I'm like, oh, I got to run away. But it was just certain things that make you say, For instance, do I really want to go there? Nah, I'm going to say that for another situation. The point of why I wanted to do this video, first I wanted to give shout outs to two good friends of mine. One, I've already been knowing him for a long time by the name of Tristan. Hello, Tristan. I know you're probably watching this video. And then the other, who I recently found on YouTube, Roshan. I think I'm saying your name wrong, right or wrong. I don't know. But aka Twin, because looks like we share a lot of commonalities. And y'all have been so supportive and so positive and so uplifting. And I feel like these are the type of people that you need in your corner in your life. Because a lot of times, we're in life and it gets tough. It gets hard. You can tend to forget who you are and what you're made of by dealing in the funk a lot. And so it's great to get these reminders from people who truly genuinely see you for who you truly are, and they can see your essence. And it's almost like angels or something like that, just coming to make sure that you stay on task. Don't veer to the left. Don't try to be like something that you're not to appease this person or that person. Be who you are, because that is going to be very powerful, and that's going to change the world. So we have to do that for each other, and I just appreciate it. So thank you all. I don't feel like I want to be in a relationship. Honestly, I do feel numb to the idea of being in one. Once upon a time, I used to feel like I wanted to be in one. Once upon a time, I used to, I didn't feel like I was equipped, or I didn't know how to even be in one. But my first experience, we went our separate ways, but I did enjoy the idea of companionship, being able to talk to someone, and being able to have that connection, being able to come home to somebody, or, all these other positive, great things. It's a lot that can come with it. But I'm learning that this thing called love is far more deeper than what we may think it is. It's deep, man. It's not just about being in the romanticism phase of it all. It's so much that comes to it, because we as people, we deal with things. We have a lot of trauma that we deal with. And I can only speak for myself in the Black community, because I'm Black. I can understand the Black experience. We go through a lot of trauma. And we don't do the necessary work to heal those wounds. And as a result of that, we end up really not making the best decisions for ourselves. If anything, it'll dig even a deeper hole for us that's harder to come out of. And I definitely feel I'm victim to that. And so it's a lot of us. So it just seems that it's very common that you can try to get to know someone, and things that break you up can be so simple. And you're just like, really? Like, this is what caused this to go left? It's a lot. And I feel, for me, I'm not saying that it's not possible and that it can't happen, that two people can't have issues and still be functionable in a relationship and work things out. I just feel like you have to understand what your degree is, and that takes a lot of just being honest with yourself. And sometimes that honesty is not the best, because you may say something or reveal something about yourself that you may not want to accept, and it may be very, very ugly. It's not easy for me to just say, I'm a very insecure person. Why? Because that's not the type of person you want to be. That's not the person that you want someone to be attracted to. Oh God, this is an insecure person. But that's fine, because I'm tired of living in the shadows. I don't want to be that way. I want to be just real and authentic with myself, because I'm not claiming these things or speaking these things because that's what I accept for my life. I accept it in this moment to know that it is the truth. And that now that it's been highlighted, I don't have any excuses anymore to why I am the way that I am. I can recognize it. So when you recognize something, you have the ability to change that and to make it into something better for you. So it's important for us to, have some level of vulnerability. Now, you don't have to get in front of a camera and just tell the world and spill your beans, depending on what type of person that you are. Me, I'm all about, this is therapy for me, honestly. And I think because of the people that have looked at these videos, they inspire me to want to keep sparking these conversations, because it makes me think, like, who else is out there who thinks like this? What other ideas and things that we can share? So sorry that I went left on that. But yeah, I feel like you have to know the level of dysfunction that you have. Some people may be on a level where they can still be in a relationship and be okay, and other people are not. Me, I can honestly say it's a gray area for me, because if everything is good, then everything is good. But the moment something goes bad, my world completely shuts down. I can't focus. I can't think. I can't eat. I can't sleep. That's way too much to deal with when something goes left. So that lets me know that there are still some things within me that I need to clean up. And I have not been doing the work that I know that I can be doing. But I think that's where true love actually comes from, is trying to not keep putting the blame on other people to why your life situation is not where it needs to be, or why you're so unhappy. It's really just looking within yourself, even the people that you meet on a regular, and it just goes left. Well, why is it that this is the same pattern that you're dealing with? What is it about yourself that is attracting these people? And what is it about those types of people that you're being attracted to? Sometimes we may want to feel like, I want to build somebody up. So I'm attracted to people who are broken because I feel good by building that person up. And then you get bit in the ass because once they are all built up, they go on about their merry way because you help them see themselves. But that's not why you really want to be in this relationship with that person. You wanted to because you wanted that love and companionship back, and you just was not getting that. So I don't want to be in that type of situation. So I just think it's important to it's not something that nobody wants to hear, of course, because it's blissful to be in a relationship, especially with someone that you're really attracted to, that you really like. But you have to think about, who is it that you really want to be? Who do you want to be? And who do you want to be for yourself? And who do you want to be for that person that you're dreaming about, that you're thinking about? I don't want to be a burden on someone else. And I want to give that person my all, my 100%. And if there are things about myself that are so fragile that a simple sneeze can blow it off course, I don't want to give that to someone. Because y'all have to understand that things in life is tough. You can't just fold and crumble the moment something goes left. Now, there are some things in life that you do have to go left and run like the wind bullseye. But there are some things that, okay, pull up your bridges and let's have a conversation. Let's talk about this. Because big thing, let's set our pride aside and let's talk about this. This is not about, I'm trying to play a game. Because to me, relationship nowadays are about game. It is so many games that you have to play on both parts. Or the, this person texts me game. And I have this thing where, if a person texts me that I'm interested in, and I text them back and they don't respond after a certain amount of hours, then that's the game I play. I'm like, okay, they took 6 hours to respond back to me, so I'm going to give them a 6 hours before I respond back to them. Just so much game, or this power game of, I don't want to look like I'm the weak guy, so I'm going to react this way. It's so much, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be like that at all. To me, that's just it's icky, it's yucky, it's full of insecurities. It's not healthy. It doesn't help nobody. So let's just be adults. Let's have a conversation, and let's have a conversation with love. Tell me how you feel. I want to tell you how I feel, and we can work it out. So that's the big thing about being in these situations. And some people are just not ready for that. Some people just don't have the emotional maturity to do that. But that's why it is so important to take time for yourself and learn who you are. Learn yourself. I'm not saying you still can't talk to people and things like that, but as far as being in a serious committed relationship with someone, you just don't want to be in a situation where you neglect yourself for the sake of love. Because to me, that's not love. Love starts first with you, and then it pours to other people. If you are empty and then you're trying to give, where are you pulling from? What is your source? A lot of times it's pain, but people can sense that too. Don't think that people can't sense a person who's very broken and a person who's not really genuine. I come across people like that all the time. It's not about a person saying nice things or a person doing nice things and gestures for you. You know, sometimes it's deeper. You can sense it, you can feel it, you can cut it with the knife. That's just what I feel in that regard. I think it's imperative and it's very important that you know the level that you're on. And I don't feel like I'm at that level. I'm not saying I can't get there. Maybe one day I'll get there, but as of right now, I probably got a year's load of shit about myself that I need to clean up. And I want to be solid. I don't want to be this broken person and expecting someone else to save me. I got to do the saving here in this case. You know, granted, I can't control life. Life happens. People may come in your circle, in your space, and you may feel compelled or drawn to that individual. And if it happens, it happens. I'm not saying I'm going to block it off. I'm just telling you how I feel. So I'm not going to be the person that's trying to really pursue it. It has to really, really, really come heavy for me at this point to just be like, okay, I want to do this thing. It has to come from that. Otherwise, I'm taking my time trying to figure me out, clean up these insecurities so that I can be stronger, not only for myself, but for the world and for, you know, the person I want to be with or whoever. You know, it's important. So thanks again for tuning in. I'm sorry that this was very long and drawn out. I hope this really does touch someone and sparks a conversation. And just let me know your thoughts. What do you think about the things that I said? Do you agree? Do you beg to differ? How did you handle it? What was your way? What was your method? All right.